Hello everyone. I am Steve's avatar. Steve wanted me to come on here and announce that his personal tarot readings from now, October 2022 through December 2022 are all half price. The price for a full personal tarot reading will be £20. That should be somewhere in the region of $23. The normal asking price has always been £40 for a reading, but for just over the Christmas period he is cutting all readings down to just £20. So if you had ever wanted a personal reading by me, now would be the time. And grab this deal while it's hot. This deal will end sometime during the last part of December 2022. All you have to do is email me at stephenabbott1976@googlemail.com. You can also find the email link in the description box below with all other links. You will need to send me an email and I will respond with all links and instructions.
Gemini, how you guys doing, Gems? Me little Geminis, I've missed you, Gemini. How are you? I've missed you. Someone could be misusing you, or you've just I haven't seen or spoke to you in ages and I've missed you. So it might be, like I said, this has been coming up in a different reading when I channel for a while. It could be dealing with a 4, so it could be a life path 4 or a Scorpio. Okay, but I've missed you. I haven't spoke to you in ages and blah, 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 and you're catching up with someone, okay? And I've missed you and all that, I've missed you like crazy. I've missed you like crazy. But there's a lot of I'm missing you kind of energy here, okay? So, Gemini, please be aware of this. These cards are negative cards, okay? They're basically of things to be around you, Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Linda, Belinda, and Lucy. But they're things to be aware of that can be around your family, your house, your home, your ex, your wife, your job, or spiritually, okay? So it will give me a lot of answers to things for you to probably be aware of. If I say thing, you say Stephen King. So it could be a Leo, okay, or a Stephen also. Okay, so let's see. So anything that you want Gemini to be aware of during the month of November 2022. For Gemini, does anybody know if John JDS Tarot has come back on yet? I haven't checked. Is he still gone here? I still don't know. I haven't looked, but it's been a while, right? It's been a while since I first. So you could be listening to the Strand here. Let's see, or the Stand. Caravan of love, someone that lives in a caravan or a mobile home, or you could be traveling to in a caravan or something like that, or staying somewhere, or Stacy, Steve, Sarah, and you might be traveling maybe in a mobile home. Okay, now I'm also hearing a parent or a grandparent being put into a mobility scooter or a mobile allowance or disability allowance or mobile allowance, or something to do with around a mobile phone, where you might be giving your children a mobile allowance so they can have a mobile phone. Okay, I'm also hearing a mobility allowance. So it might be people that are on the NHS, that is in Britain. So, and then I'm also whether it's Britain or Brian, but I'm also picking up something to do with this mobile phone, getting someone to look at mobile phones. But it could also be where an elderly person gets put into a residential home that is more of a mobile type sort of home, okay? So, like I said, it could be a long-based caravan, wheel-based caravan, something like that, or an elderly patient going into a mobility type sort of, with wheelchair access, so on and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. So it could be elderly people that need more of a helping hand around elderly people, where there needs to be mobile, blah, 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 for wheelchair access, for mentally handicapped, that sort of stuff. Okay. So that is definitely there as a message for you, Gemini. So you could be renovating your house so it is more like this. Or you could be putting an elderly patient or a mother or father inside of a care home. Or you work there, okay? I'm also hearing the name Karen or Karen, okay? Right, let's see. It could be your parents. But Gemini, anything that you want Gemini to be aware of during the month of November 2022. So you got jackpot, Charlie. So you could be hitting the jackpot when it comes to money for a lot of you. Okay, so if you've got money on your mind and you've been manifesting money, then it pretty much that your luck is on your side because you've got a load of money coming in. Okay, so it's winning, money, got rich, inheritance, and then expecting money. So if you're expecting money, there you go. It feels like that you are expecting money and you could really have a windfall. Now, if any of you you gamble quite a lot and you're around the casinos and all of that sort of stuff, I don't actually agree with gambling myself, because I don't gamble, because I came from a father that actually gambled on horses and backed a lot of horses all the time. But again, it's up to you guys. If you're around where there are casinos, this is like Red and Black and blah, blah, blah. Could be Jim Bowen. Hey, come and look at what you could have won. Fucking hell. But like, it could be hell, could be a Capricorn. There you go, Meg. So like, you know, gambling, all of this sort of stuff. Don't forget, you can watch this as a Capricorn as well as you can Gemini, because I read in numerology, and I guarantee you, Gary or Tina, that there is someone out there like Meg that is a gambler that is a Capricorn. So 6. So you got people that go to the casino, that gamble, and you're pretty much going to win, okay? Well, you win until you lose. So you could also be dealing with someone that has a Libra placement or a 2 placement. I'm going to keep gambling until I lose here. Spin that wheel. Spin and win, it says. Spin and win. So some of you are gambling and winning, okay? Let's see. And some of you, if you don't gamble, you're just expecting a load of winnings to come. Could be an inheritance. Now, for some of you, because I picked up on your message of an elderly person, okay, I don't know if you have anyone around you that is elderly, that anybody is kind of waiting, maybe that there could be an inheritance from a grandparent or maybe a parent, and someone that could be ill, and, you know, like I said, putting a grandparent in a mobile vicinity. But the trouble is, if you're from Britain, they have to sell their house and they use that in order to be in a vicinity. So I don't know if this is where some of you are deciding to look after a parent yourself, so you don't have to put them into a residential home. But it really could be, like I said, because your messages were around this mobile, okay, and this mobility allowance and maybe an elderly person, it might be something to do with around inheritance and all of this kind of stuff. And it may be why someone is basically just hanging around, or a Piscean, because of an inheritance of something of some sort here, okay? So a life path 3 or a Piscean could be involved. So let's see, depending on what that is that comes up for you, but it says winning something. But it basically just means winnings, getting paid, basically. Some of you are looking to get laid also. I'm picking up getting laid. Let's see. Gemini. What have they got to be aware of during November 2022? So you got careless whisper. So you could be dealing with a life path 7 or a Cancerian. No car repo, car insurance. So be careful of whatever it is this that you win or that you have, or an inheritance, because you may have someone around you that doesn't have access to a car. Now, some of you, if you win, you may be buying a car, okay? So you might inherit or win a car. You could also, like I said, with the money that you get here, invest it into a car. But it says no car repo, car insurance. Now, if you are a person that is winning money and you do not have a car, the chances are is that the fact that you may now be able to buy one with the money that you get here or the inheritance that you get here. Okay, now some of you, if you've got anybody around you that is carless and they just use you for a car, it does what it says on the tin. Somebody might say, well, I've got money, you've got a car, you pay me and I'll take you wherever you want. Okay, I'll drive you here and I'll drive you there if you pay. Okay, for some of you. Now, this could also be maybe around someone that is without a car because of mentally handicapped cars. Okay, and unable to physically drive because of a disability that they may have, and they pay people in order to be able to take them places because they can't pass their driving test. But some of this might be because of a disability, okay? Now, for some of you, there could be someone around you that absolutely and utterly sponges off the government and they get everything. Now, if you're from the UK and you have a disability, you get a house, a home paid for, you get a car, and I mean, fucking UK people give you everything here, but there's a lot of people in the UK, and some people misuse this system here, which is what I don't agree with, but they misuse the system, which means that they get a load of money off the government. They are actually able to work, but they don't. They don't work and they get money, and then they claim on the sick to say that they're sick, and then they also get a car because they're also sick. Now, that is, like I said, man, I don't know. It's up to you. That's your life. Some people misuse that and abuse that system because we have it in place, and they bludge the government for people that pay tax, like myself, of where they get free car, free house, free home, free everything else. And some of these people form drug addictions and drug habits because they can't work because of a drug addiction, a drug habit. They claim off insurance, they claim off everything else, and then they also get cars, and they get treated where they don't have to work, but they sit at home with a drug habit. That happens very, very much so in Britain. If you're from Britain or anywhere in the UK, you'll know the fact that a lot of people do abuse this this situation here. That can be here for some of you. Now, it can be yourselves. If it's yourselves, I don't care. Okay, if it is anybody around you that is your family and that bothers you, it's in this reading here, because they could be just using you for some things that they have that you don't here. Okay, because it's a reading to be aware of. If you're fully aware of it and you're okay, then don't complain. Okay, let's see, Gemini, for them to be aware of, please. Now, this can also mean the fact that someone does have good money and a good house and a good home, and they do have a car, and off the goodness of their back, they do pick people up. Because money and repo and having your car reaped, okay, is that I can't afford to pay my car insurance. I can't afford to pay for my car. I've got one, but I can't afford to pay for it. Who can? You know, so it's up to you. It might be where somebody keeps bludging on someone to pay their car that they've got. Like, they've got a car, but they can't afford to run it. And because they can't afford to run it, they ask everybody else to pay for their petrol, their diesel or gas, whatever you call it. And also, blah, 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 I need to borrow money because you've got money and I need your money to pay for my transportation so I can get to and from. Okay. Now, I do know people that do this. They have loads of money from the government, but it still isn't enough because they can't afford to feed their habit. Their habit is getting a load of money from the government, spending it on drugs and alcohol, and then also no money, and then they bludge their family to death with cars and everything else because they need their car to get to work, to get to their habit, to get everything else. So they bludge all of their family money as well. Okay. So don't forget, these are straight up and cut to the chase. I don't blow smoke up people's arse. If you're watching for some kind of message and you want to know what it is, it's here. That's either to change yourself, okay, or continue on the way that you are. That's also continuing to let this person do this or stop them. That is what you do to participate in a tarot card reading. It's here. If you know about it, you do something about it. If you don't want to, it's a different message, okay? So, Gemini, anything for Gemini to be aware of in November 2022. So, you got last chance. They lost their chance, or you did, okay? So, like I said, man, it is someone that is possibly constantly and utterly blagged off the government, possibly here, okay? And has lost their chance, or you did. Like I said, it can be or you did, but last chance. You got the last chance with me. Don't overstep the mark, okay? Stop keep using me for things that I have, okay, that you don't. But I really do think that this is because I'm picking up messages of people that are just using people for what they have. That's all they're interested in. Now, if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and you're with someone that you know, you've got everything and everything's going fine, then don't worry about that. This message possibly isn't for you here. But this message is for a person that just uses for people for things for what they want here, and they don't give anything back in return. Okay, so let's see, Gemini. What should Gemini be aware of during the month of November 2022? What should Gemini be aware of? Now, don't forget, Gemini, these can mean you too. Now, this same card just came out through the last one that I just did of Life Path 7 or Cancerian, okay? So, well, the Cancerian reading, depending if you're watching me and follow me in numerology. Okay, so you've got a lot of signs of possible Cancerian Life Path 7 energies maybe around you. It could just be involving a car, but if any of you guys have got a person that basically just comes back to get things from you that what they want, and you have to be aware of this person, it's a good chance that they're going to come back and ask you again. Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jay. Okay, now, or Kaylee, Casey, Cassandra, Cece. Okay, but like if you're a person that just gives and gives and gives and gives, then you need to learn boundaries to stop giving. Because if people just take, that's going to fuck up a Gemini. Okay, it really will. I am a Gemini moon, right? So I understand about the equality of give and take. But like I said, if you just constantly give, Gemini, okay, and people just keep like, well, I'm just going to take. What am I taking? Liberties, right? So it's down to you to stop these people, nobody else. So if you've got someone around you that just constantly takes and that you're getting fed up with it, cross-watcher alike, if you're getting fed up with it, then you're going to have to be the one that stops that from happening, okay? But they want you back for some reason. Now, it could be they want you back in order to use your car or use money or anything like that that you have that you're very handy. You're very good to keep around, okay? So I'm going to keep you around for the things that I need. That's it. Is there a relationship? No. But you're very handy. Jim will fix it. So you're very handy because you can fix things and you can do things. That's the only reason I'm keeping you around. Thanks for that. Bye. Where's the relationship? Sorry, there isn't one. Did you think there was? Yes. So what are you doing? Taking from someone. Okay, not giving it back. Well, you're like, yes, but Steve, they keep coming back. So it's down to the other person to stop it, right? Right? Now, if that be within a relationship because someone keeps going to do their dirty laundry in someone else's fucking washing machine, Gemini, well, then you need to go and fuck up their washing machine so they only have one of them, right? Fuck up their spin cycle. To stop a cycle, Michael, you need to stop this person from keep coming back. This same name came up, came up, Michael, came up in the last reading of Cancerian Life Path 7. Someone that's just taking people's ideas, stealing their ideas, stealing everything else and just on the take. I'm just here to take things from people, that's all. Okay, so because this come up in Cancerian reading, this same card, that was more around YouTube and be careful around people that are stealing people's creative ideas. This one is for me, but don't worry about it. But just people taking one's ideas and just on the take. Okay, let's see. It's always good to give back. Gemini, if you guys ever can, but there is someone that's stealing ideas from people possibly. Whatever those ideas that you may have that are creative, they don't just have to be spiritual, Justin, but they are definitely someone that's trying to steal other people's ideas here. Let's see. Justine, I'm hearing Dean, Dan, Dana, Dinah also. Gemini to be aware of. Now, if you guys want to learn and you're like, fuck, that really does sound like me. I've had a lot of nice people, Gemini. I've had a lot of nice people in the comment section that have said, Steve, you're always spot on, and that message really did relate to me, and I really do need to try and change my outlook of what goes on around my kids. Okay, so that person, if that be you, congratulations, well done. You're understanding certain messages that may relate to yourself that you may need to look at, okay? I applaud that kind of behaviour from people if they realise that they do have flaws and that there are certain things that they want to do better for themselves, that they do realise that there is certain things that they need to alter. But you've got love triangle, third party, multiple lovers and choice here. Gemini. So it looks a little bit like Demi Moore right in the middle there, right? Debbie, Dan, Danielle, Danny, anybody beginning with D. But yeah, you've got someone that's right in the middle of passion and love. someone that's lusting after a woman or two men or whichever way around it is. That would be a Piscean possible, or a life path 3 person maybe. But you've got this energy of like, I'm just on the take and I want everybody to see me glitz and glam here. Right, Meg? Here. Sorry, but it's right there. Okay, I love everybody to see me here. And I'm kind of like getting everybody to look up and want me here. I want everybody to want me. Okay. So finding self-love, of loving yourself, could just be on the take where I want people to falsely fall in love with me so I can get what they have. Could be money. Could be money. It's the truth. It's in the cards. It's up to you. If you're a card reader, you should know. But it's here. Okay. I'm lusting after two men, or I'm getting people to lust after me so I can get what I want financially from people that come up as untrustworthy because I'm not serious. I'm just after the money. That's all I'm concentrated on, is money. I just want people back because I'm on the take. Okay? There's losing your chances here with people. Now, it can be the vice versa, but if anything that goes on in your life where it involves money, and money is everything and that's all it is, and I just use people just so I can get hold of their money, then that's not a very good, really, protocol of it, really. But like I said, it could be I'm just seeing someone because they have loads of money. I'm just seeing someone because they're very handy at what they have, because I don't and they do. It can come up in your love triangle situation going on around you. But like I said, I've got this feeling that that taking energy that come up through the life path 7 or Cancerian energy of the reading and the message, because this card is exactly the same one out of all of these and there's only one of them, there's a very good chance that there's this kind of same message that's in the reading. They're not duplicate cards of this one card. It's not the same as another deck, right? So there is something here about someone that tries to take other people's stuff here. Now, it might be trying to take my relationship, trying to take my woman or my man, trying to blah, 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 you know, trying to use me for money and that sort of stuff, right? So they're the messages that you got, Gemini, whether that falls on harsh ears or it lands very softly or whether it doesn't. I can't lie in my readings. I have to give you what there is. That's for everybody because they may not relate to you. It's down to you. Okay, so if you would like your monthly reading, an overview of everything that you got coming up throughout your whole month, that is now present over on the bronze, silver and gold tier. It's on all tiers. The bronze tier is like $3 or $4. It's very cheap in order to get 24 readings within a month cycle, Michael. Just don't take what is mine, my ideas. But if you want to, it is there. Then you've got sort of silver. All right, silver. So you got silver and gold. Silver is all of the weeklies and the monthlies, which is like 62 readings or 64 readings per month. And then you got the gold tier, which is all of that, plus all of the teaching stuff, and the new one that I've also just put over there about living presently. And the first thing that you ever heard in life is what creates your future. But you need to know what that first thing is that you ever heard, because it's an amber. So, okay, fear. But that's living presently. It's over there. Now, during your weeklies, if you are going to be a part of the silver or gold tier, during your weeklies, when I do these readings, I'm going to be doing them and starting them here. And then I will be clarifying them by what star signs, who they are, what their numerologies placements are that could be coming up with these energies of, if you want to learn, and it may be yourself, of to look at that behavior and try to change it, or try to cut the people out when you know who they are and what star signs that could be coming from when I clarify the main cards, okay? So then you will also get in messages of closure, in the shadows, and the hidden truth kind of stuff, and then other decks. So that's what will be coming up for your weeklies. So if you want to be a part of it, you'll need the silver or gold tier. Okay? So if you would like your monthly or anything like that, please check all links provided below. Please make sure that you also give thanks in the comment section, or to take part in the up till December of where all my tarot card readings personal are half price. If you would like to take advantage of that, then you will need to send me an email provided below. Okay? All right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.